lunch ladies, lunch fellas, lunch folks, lunch people who work in school cafeterias, I owe y'all an apology. See, I've been judging y'all for the past ever how many years based on experiences that I had as a kid. And as you can tell, that was a really long time ago. See, when I was a kid, it was ladies at the time. They were just like crabby. And it's not my place to tell anybody like how they should be in their job, how they should act. But basically, based on those experiences, I had this assumption that people who work in cafeterias are just mean and crabby and ran. Years ago at my school, it was kind of the same vibe here. Well, we have a whole new lunch crew. I think we contract with somebody. I'm not even sure. Side note, I have been at my school for 16 years and I have never eaten a school lunch, not even once. No reason. It's not that, no reason at all. I either bring a lunch from home, I go out to eat, I DoorDash, I call my wife and beg her to bring me some McDonald's or something like that. Anyway, I'm planning a field trip, right? When you plan a field trip, one of the things you have to do is coordinate which kids need a school lunch, right? I'm getting ready to go in there and I have the list ready, student IDs, everything. And I'm like, oh. And I just start getting like anxious. Oh gosh, I gotta go talk to the cafeteria crew. It's ridiculous, no lie. And so I walk into the cafeteria, it's way before lunch. There's two women in there who are organizing the lost and found coats, which is a whole job in itself. This is a mound of coats. It hasn't even gotten below freezing yet in Atlanta. And the amount of coats that have accumulated in the lost and found is ridiculous. Okay, I've digressed way too much. But one of those women is the administrative assistant who helps teachers like coordinate and plan field trips in case we have any questions. So I walk up to her and I'm like, hey, like this is the list. Is this all I need? I don't need a special form. She's like, yeah, you're cool. What's wrong? Because I'm like acting a little ridiculous, if you will. I said, well, I'm scared of the lunch crew. She's like, why? And they're both like, no, they're really cool. And the administrative assistant, she goes, do you want me to go in there with you? Now, mind you, this woman is like, I'm old enough to be her mom. I'm like, no, I'm gonna put on my big girl panties. I got this. I'm a full-fledged adult. I can go talk to people, right? And so I go in there, and sure enough, y'all, I'll walk in there, and they are having a good time. They're preparing all the food. They're cutting up. They're laughing. Which, like I said, they don't have to be this way. They don't have to smile for me when I walk in there. I was like, who's in charge? And they all point to this lady. They're like, the short one down there. And she smiles, and she comes over there to me, and I explain to her what I need, and she's like, yeah, what time do you need them? She's like, how's 9:30? And I was like, yeah, that's cool. And that was it. And they were so nice. So I walked back out, and the two women were like, how'd you do? Did you survive talking to the lunch staff? I'm like, yeah. And you're right. They were totally chill, totally awesome, totally cool. Then I realized I was basically judging a whole group of people, like a whole career of people who work in school cafeterias based on experiences that I had, like as a child or maybe a couple times at this school a few years ago. Lunch folks, I'm sorry, I've been judging y'all for absolutely no reason at all. Thank you for doing what you do and making sure that all our kids have something to eat.